The Backrooms. You've been here before. Level 61. Floating Skyscrapers. Survival difficulty. Class 5. Unsafe, unsecure, entity infestation. Level 61 is the 62nd level of the Backrooms. It consists of multiple skyscrapers spread out across the air, covered in a thick fog with no ground to be seen. Within the level's chaotic and unimaginable environment, not everything abides by the laws of physics. One should expect the unexpected at all times. Image caption: two skyscrapers in level 61. Level 61 is an infinite, footnote, presumably, impossible to verify, end footnote, cluster of towering skyscrapers that defy the laws of physics and nature, appearing suspended in what can only be described as an endless void with no ground to be glimpsed. The buildings do not spark strong similarities to those akin to the front rooms, but, instead, present themselves in a strange and enigmatic architecture, bathed in an eerie fog and emitting a strong aura that provokes a sense of fear. Gazing upwards may cause a sense of vertigo, given the sheer height of these buildings, and it is presumed that their height stretches onward to infinity. This effect can make it extremely difficult for wanderers to properly navigate the level, since their senses are affected by the disorienting effect caused by the towers. Although the skyscrapers appear to be in good condition, they stand on foundations that are anything but stable, causing them to drift in place ever so slowly. This causes them to constantly shift and undulate with every unpredictable movement, further amplifying the dizziness factor. Traversing through the void of level 61 is only made possible by the presence of bridges that span across the seemingly infinite realm, connecting each skyscraper. These bridges are suspended in mid-air and are made out of steel or concrete, still defying any engineering norms as they appear both sturdy and fragile at the same time. Each step forward is followed by a sense of danger, as if they could fall at any time and plunge into the abyss. However, they remain the sole way of traveling through the level safely. Footnote: if, by any means, wanderers jump out of the bridges, they will fall into the abyss and die. End footnote. Still, they radiate an eerie nature with the fog that surrounds them, the constant wobbling suspended in the void, and the apparent stop at times, as if everything around the wanderer has stopped. All the while, the skyscrapers and their ominous lights coming from inside cast a contrasting glow on the metal surfaces of the bridge. Entities are scattered along these bridges, with smilers and hounds being plentifully present. Image caption: different buildings present in level 61. The air in the level is extremely cold, and its winds are strong as they cut through the fog and leave a trail behind. Wanderers are recommended to bring warm clothing, or to rapidly make their way to a skyscraper if possible, avoiding any entities that may be lurking within the dense fog. In the face of the extreme cold, survivability becomes not just a factor of avoiding any entities, but managing the temperatures too. Temperatures of which fluctuate without any previous warning, alternating between immensely low temperatures to small pockets of warmth that provide temporary rest. Footnote: temperature reports. Record high, 20 degrees Celsius / 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Record low, negative 60 degrees Celsius / negative 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Average high / low, average high, negative 1 degree Celsius / 32.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Average low temperature, negative 21 degrees Celsius / negative 5.8 degrees Fahrenheit. End footnote. The skyscrapers themselves are made out of steel or concrete, much like the bridges surrounding them, and are populated by large rectangular windows revealing the interior, with some rooms and offices having their lights turned on. Looking through the windows and staring into the interior shows unexpectedly well-maintained workspaces as if frozen in time, defying all expectations from those traversing through the level. Every desk is neatly arranged, with every bit of furniture organized in places that seem reasonable. Computer screens flicker repeatedly, and papers are scattered all around with purposeful intent. Each office bears the logo of an unknown brand, unfamiliar to the front rooms, whose names evoke a sense of mystery and curiosity. It is possible to step inside of these offices by locating any broken windows, with it seemingly being the only way to enter. Stepping inside any skyscraper, wanderers will be greeted by the cozy warmth present inside. The wind gusts from outside are silenced by the hums of fluorescent lights, the sound of computer fans and hard drives spinning, and the occasional printer spewing out empty papers, seemingly for no reason. Venturing inwards reveals a series of corridors leading to other offices, each presenting a different purpose and aesthetic, showcasing a strange sense of diversity. Some are flooded with innovation, others with cutting-edge technology and futuristic designs, save for time zones that are not only 1 hour ahead or behind. End footnote. Scattered all across these offices are a variety of objects, namely almond water, Lucky O milk, royal rations, and Wayback Machines. Wi-Fi is also present all throughout the offices, though its signal is extremely weak and is prone to failing frequently. As within. Image caption. As within. Exiting the level has proven to be an extremely difficult task. Wanderers must traverse through a skyscraper and make their way to a basement-like level of the building, typically found several floors below entrance points. At first, the creation of outposts was considered, as it was thought that the level was mostly safe within the edifices. However, sights of entities began appearing one by one, ending in the ultimate discovery that the skyscrapers are infested with numerous amounts of entities. Footnote: Survey report. This report sadly confirms what the infamous sightings have told. Multiple entities have been observed when traversing through corridors and offices from multiple skyscrapers. We recommend that every wanderer present within level 61 barricades their location as soon as possible. Sticking to a group is highly recommended. The creation of an outpost will still be attempted at a later date, whenever it is safe and possible to clear out enough space to house a large number of wanderers, as well as secure a safe entrance and exit out of this level. Every exploration party has revealed the exits are infested with entities. This is thought to be related to the basement levels, where the exits are located. The temperature and environments make it exceptionally great for certain types of entities to thrive and survive in. This report is to be handed to every wanderer or group found in the level. End footnote. Generally speaking, every entrance point is mostly safe, since these are typically barricaded or connected to other offices that have been barricaded. Life without the skyscrapers becomes increasingly difficult once supplies run out, forcing wanderers to venture outside in the hopes of finding another shelter. Every light appears to cease to function past a certain floor, forcing the usage of artificial forms of light, which can be extremely dangerous since smilers are known to roam around these floors. Locked doors become an environmental hazard and grow more common as one makes their way to the basement. Crowbars, hammers, and other construction materials can be found in empty offices that appear to be under maintenance. Each twist and turn can easily disorient even the most attentive wanderers, so it is recommended to mark the path behind to prevent getting lost. This becomes increasingly dangerous if a wanderer is unlucky enough to be chased by an entity, as it may only attract more. Entering a random office in an attempt to escape is not recommended unless it serves as a last resort. Since entities are almost always hiding inside these rooms, the only way to escape is to either outrun any entities or to enter a room that is guaranteed to be safe. Traversing deeper, the following entities can be found, of which the first four are the most common: smilers, hounds, facelings, death moths, clumps, dolers, and wretches. As without. Image caption. As without. Venturing outside can be just as dangerous as venturing into the basement areas of every skyscraper. The cold temperatures and the occasional encounter with entities makes the bridges of the level an unsafe location to remain in for more than 1 hour. Fortunately, these entities are known to not enter any buildings, with the reason for this still being unknown. Prolonged exposure to the temperatures outside will result in death from hypothermia. As such, encountering deceased wanderers is common, and it is recommended that they are thrown off of the bridges so as not to attract any entities. However, should one encounter or be chased by an entity, their best bet is to run as fast as possible to a nearby skyscraper. The bridges are wide enough to easily maneuver from left to right, as most entities will not chase the wanderers for too long. It appears as though they are affected by the cold temperatures and cannot risk expending their energy. Footnote: unverified, but theorized, given the seemingly weak and slow movements the entities make. End footnote. There are many reports of floating debris making its way across the void. Bridges will survive any hits, but will shake violently, pushing wanderers and entities from edge to edge. It is extremely difficult to spot any incoming debris because of the thick fog, and, as such, wanderers are recommended to always expect an impact. The basement level. Reaching the basement level of a skyscraper is no easy task, with many wanderers dying while trying to exit. The looks and aesthetics are similar to that of level 2, with piping running along the walls and ceilings, wires dangling everywhere, and each hallway growing more and more narrow the further one walks ahead. These pipes and wires are an environmental hazard, since the pipes can sometimes burst under pressure and release jets of tremendously warm water, while some wires can be exposed and will electrocute any being that comes into contact with them. Any staircases that go further down are considered to be an exit, as there appears to be nothing below the basement level. Footnote: no staircase found appears to reach another floor. End footnote. However, it is impossible to accurately define which level wanderers will be sent to upon exiting. Silence takes over the absolute darkness, as the last bit of light dims away in the distance. Each footstep sounds louder than the previous one, making one ponder if there is something rushing down the stairs in sync. Some rest and peace of mind could do well after the mayhem that is venturing further down into the darkness. After all, it appears that the way out is nothing but a long walk further down. However, the main way out to level 109 appears to be decaying. A courtyard of windows seems erased from this realm. A run for your life is now a desolate void of emptiness, a long-forgotten exclamation. A shift has been made, and with such, new connections will thrive. Bases, outposts, and communities. Formally, no outposts or bases are known to exist. Most communities or groups tend to venture from skyscraper to skyscraper to avoid being attacked by entities. Entrances and exits. Entering level 61 is possible by reaching the wrong exit within the darkness of level 6, and venturing into the forsaken darkness one should not have explored in level 95. Exits. Exiting is only possible by reaching the basement level and walking down a set of stairs for a long amount of time. Patience will reward you with a warm stay at a hotel in level 911, but Your disrespect will be met with consequences should you ever turn back, and you will be sent to level 42.